And I don't need you to go look in the book because I know y'all know the story. But here is the Cliff Note version of it. If you're ready. I like giving stories. I'm good. And I don't know how cute and calm I sound at this hour of the morning on 2.5 hours sleep, but y'all gonna go with me, okay? All right. Once upon a time, sometime long ago, there was a traveling merchant, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And this merchant had some, crew members with him. I like to jazz up these stories, okay? So go with the story. I'm not going to read it the way how they had it, but we're going with it. So here it is. This merchant had his crew, and he said, crew, I got to separate with y'all for a little bit, say about a month. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give y'all some duties, some tasks, some talents, and I want you to run with it. Take care of what it is for me. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. So he gave A 5. He gave B 2, and he gave C 1. Said, Case Smith, y'all go ahead, do what you got to do with it. I'll catch you all in 30 days. 30 days comes around, he comes back into town. He says, let me bring my people back. Hey, team, what'd you do with the talents I gave you?
Work with it. Work with it.
What'd you do with what I gave you? A says, and I'm going to start, instead of saying A, I'm going to put some names on it. Walter said, well, boss, here's what I did. I took the talent that you gave me. You gave me 5. I decided to put some money down on it. I doubled down. I got you 10. He said, oh, sookie. We made some money. Got 10. He said, all right, good. With that, with my whole land, I'm going to give you 50%. You got over there. I want you to take that 10, do what you got to do with it. I know it's in good hands.
Yeah.
And I know Walter was feeling kind of cute. Went about his business. Sizeman Sam comes up. Yeah, I told you I'm going to jazz up names here. And I love that y'all are participating with me. I'm a participating. That's my energy. I get energy from that. Sizeman Sam comes up. Boss, you gave me 2. I don't know why you didn't give me 5 because you know I would have worked it. But I got 2.
Come on now.
I made 4.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, okay. Here's 40%. Go do what you got to do. Take that 4. Run with it. I know it's in good hands. And he's feeling kind of cute, too. Now, I like this one. He's kind of cute. Then you got little Cole. Cole, feeling kind of humble, kind of meek. He was looking at him. He goes, boss, I was scared of what you were going to do to me if I had lost your money. This talent that you gave me, I hid it. I put it way down in the hole. I waited and I sat on it. I made sure nobody went near it because I didn't want to lose it, because I didn't want to lose my eye or my hand. So here's your 1 back. Now, what do you think happened with the boss? And then the boss looked at him and went, are you okay? I know that he said okay in that sentence, but you know he was saying something else. Let us be honest about this statement. And he said, no, I didn't give it to you just to sit on it.
Yeah.
You know what? Forget you. You know what? I don't want you in my company because I thought you were riding with me to prosper my team. But you didn't, so I'm going to take this 1 talent. Sam, I'm going to give you 3 instead of 4. Now you're going to be cute like Walter. You got 5, go run. But for you, Case dismissed, you out. Now, you think it's about talents, and we know talents is money. In that time, it was currency. But I'm a wordsmith. I like going to the dictionary. Now, talent is a noun, right? And as it said, it was about the idea of money. But it's not just about money. And if you don't mind, if you permit me in this moment, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about the skills and talents that God already innately gave us.
Work with it. Work with it.
I'm talking about the stuff that's already in us that we've already accustomed to, drawn out. Sometimes we use it, sometimes we don't. Then we say, I don't know why I can't be prosperous.
No.
No, I'm being honest because I got to tell you, there is always a blessing when it comes through. So here's a cute story. And this is as modern, and I'm not going long ago. I'm going to say about 12 hours ago at my job. It's all 12 hours. This is a true story. I brought a prop with it. That's why I can say this. So last night, now, I'm in the service industry. I work in a big old place. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe not. It's called Dave & Buster's. It's nothing big. It's a small little restaurant that holds like $14 million in sales. But it's not my restaurant. It's corporate, whatever. And at that time of the restaurant, at about 7:30, now the place is packed. I'm a manager. I'm running around making sure everybody's good. And at that particular time, there was a gentleman sitting at a table with his family, and he was fiddling, doing something. But I wasn't worried about him. I'm trying to get these parties that I had in the building out the door. I'm trying to do payments. And one of my staff members comes up, and her name is Zendra, and she says, Miss Renee, the guy at the table wants to talk to you. And I'm like, what happened? Now, when I hear that, my brain is like, okay, who broke something? Who didn't like their order? Is it cold, hot? What's going on? And I'm racing in my brain. I said, okay. So I stopped what I was doing. I walked over. Good afternoon, evening, sir. How you doing? He said, I'm fine. I just wanted to tell you that you're doing some good work. I see you running up and down this building. I said, oh, are the sneaker tread marks smoking up in the building? Because I do run around that building. I do at least 12,000 steps a day on a good day. And he said, no, I just wanted to pass something to you. I went, oh, okay. I like gifts. I mean, normally they give us cake, but he handed me this. Now, I know you guys, I'll pass it around if y'all want to see it later, but it was a simple 2-strand piece of bamboo, or a palm rather, and he weaved it into a rose. And he sat there working it quietly while eating his food in the restaurant. And I was like, well, thank you. He said, yeah, all I do is like giving gifts and serving. And I went, oh, okay. I walked back over to the counter and I put it down and I just stood there for a minute and I was in awe. I was like, now look at God telling me my lesson is on the right track today. No, I'm being real serious. It was entertaining, now trust me. So Zendra comes running back. Did you get one too? I was like, oh, you got one? Now we're all in this moment of having fun, but what was important, and she said, why do you look so solemn about it? I said, because I'm taking it in. Because you don't get a gift like that from somebody that took their time to build something with their hands, to appreciate it. And I said, well, that's just what I was trying to say in my lesson for this morning. And she said, wait, what do you mean a lesson? I said, oh, yeah, I got to speak at my friend's church today. She said, really? What time? I said, 8 in the morning. She said, ooh, but we close at 2. I said, don't worry, I'm good. 2.5 hours sleep, we going to do this. But what was important is that this gentleman reminded me, as I'm reminding us, because it's not a me, you thing, it's a us thing. We got some work to do, right? So when we talk about the scripture that I just shared, the parable of the talents, one of my favorites, let's go deeper into it and realize it's not just about the talent. We all have some gifts and talents that we are really good at. Some more than others. Some, and I never liked the phrase, and maybe you've heard it, I don't know, jack of all trades, but master of none. You know how that irked my nerves? Because I got a few trades, I got a few skill sets, but when I used to hear that, I got so fired up. I'm like, why would you call me a master of none? I'm an expert in all, because when you need me, I got you. All right? Right? I might be the small, quiet person in the restaurant, but I'm the loudest one when you're ready, if you heard me across the building. And they sure do hear me when I start talking. And as my husband would say, I'm scared when she goes into that island dialect because my background is Trini. And my Trinidadian side, well, we loud. And I think I scare a couple people when I started going, Olia, and it changes. But I digress. All of us in this room has some skill sets that are so unique and so gifted, that is so needed now more than ever, Because we can't depend on the corporate government worlds to take care of us.
Say it, say it.
You want me to say it again?
Yes.
We cannot depend on the corporate government world to take care of us. We need to take care of each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, permit me to throw this at y'all. It is time for us to serve. And if you like me, I like going to restaurants. Go figure, I work at one. But what I'm trying to say is, what's the favorite phrase that they use at these restaurants? How may I serve you? How can I help you today? And it's not about getting you a fry or that Whopper, because you could have it your way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because God said you could have it your way. So what's your way, family? What's your way? Each of us has a skill. And I'm going to say one skill, but because we are a master of one, which is the glory to God first.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the other skills, which is what keeps food in our fridge, in our pantry, as Pastor and Pop said, it's why he was never hungry. I like that. I'm gonna use that again. Watch, I'm gonna use that again. But what was sweet is that we have something that we all could use and help each other in this community to make it that double blessed to carry us over. So my introductionist, Lady Rivers, I call her Lady D every so often in our chats. She said she was making some bread for this now husband, but at the time I was just like, I like him, I'm curious, but I heard he loves banana bread. And he don't eat anybody's banana bread, he eats your banana bread. And I asked over the phone, ever so sweetly, please, oh pretty please, can you make just one? Well, she made two. I got the picture, I was like, yes, I'm in. And she called him over and said, there's a package for you, come pick it up. And there it was. And even Oz said, I can't believe you got that and I can't even get none. Like, he was feeling kind of mad at me, but that's okay. I showed up, gave him a hug, and we melted out. We fine. We were okay. We became besties. We were good. But what was nice is that she used her love and her talent to bless. And I'm pretty certain if you have not had her food, please, oh, pretty please, please go find you a plate of her food. But I encourage you, and I'm saying that because I'm sharing the love that I have for all of you, because I watch some of the newer generation. I call them the little kids, because I'm a big kid. I may be 5 feet something, but I'm a big kid. The little ones coming up don't have the gifts and talents the way that we have it. Y'all have no idea how I watch some of my staff members talking about, oh, I wish I knew how to craft, or I wish I knew how to woodwork.
Yeah.
The things that we were taught in school, or better yet, the school of house, because we learned it from our grandmoms, our mamas, our daddies, and all the others, our aunties and uncles, right?
Yes.
How to go fishing. How to really learn how to write a book or put something together. Not this AI generation that's out here right now where everything is by computer. I'm not saying that it's wrong, because I love my nephews. They love their tablets. Every time I talk to them on the phone back home in Toronto, we FaceTime. They're like, hi, Auntie Renee, but the headset's on and they're on their tablet. I'm like, you gonna talk to me? Yeah, just now. No, you think I'm joking? Ask my husband, he'll tell you. They sitting there like this the whole time. Yeah, I'm okay, how are you? You good? No, I'm playing Roblox. I'm like, right, who? But I look at some of them and I'm like, man, I wish I was your age to do that mess. My mother would have been like, could you go outside, please? Go do something.
Yes.
We put them in camps.
Yeah.
We had something to give and serve with. We all have something. Here's a great story. Maybe you heard of it, maybe not. I don't know. I'm a person that likes stories, as you can tell. There was a woman going through a little something.
Talk, sis.
All right. And this little woman was desperate because she needed to get some money to take care of her family.
Yeah.
Because the main source of income had just passed away.
Talk to us. Talk to us.
And this person ran and found the prophet.
Talk.
lead person that was running around in the building, in the town actually, not a building, excuse me. And the prophet said, "What do you have in your hand?" And she said, "I got a little bit of oil in this jar in my cupboard, way at the back. There's nothing else in there but that little jar." He said, "All right, come on. Go find all the vessels you can. When you find all the vessels, go in your house, lock up the doors with your children, pray with that oil, and then pour it in all them vessels until you can't pray no more." Right? All right. And if you need the story, go to 2 Kings, chapter 4, 1 through 7. Because I told you I'm going to give you scripture because I heard y'all like scripture. I'm going to give you evidence. So what did she do? She did exactly. She didn't say, "Well, are you sure I should do that?" She didn't question the person. She said, "God said, let me go about my business." Went in the house. "Come on, kids. Let's pray. Let's pour." That's all they did. Pray and pour. I like that. Yeah, pray and pour. Pray and pour. And she poured. And she prayed. Until the end of the vessels were done. Oil stopped.
Yeah.
Now, I'm thinking in my head, well, how many vessels did she have with this oil? Because I'm thinking at least 50. And there better be some big containers. Because if she had 2 growing boys, that means the whole house and the fridge was empty all the time. But that's not the point. She ran back and said, "Prophet, I did what you said."
Yeah.
And he said, "Yeah, good. Now go sell it. Get the money. Take care of yourself. Pay whatever you had to, restitutions, do what you got to do. Live freely." Moral of the story, she already had it. Did you catch it? Did you catch it? She already had it in her own storehouse. So I'm going to ask you again, what's in your storehouse? You know, I felt like the Capital One commercial, what's in your wallet? What's in your storehouse that you are holding on to that this world needs now? I didn't say 2 weeks ago. I didn't say 4 months ago. Now is the appointed time. I mean, my loving sister told you, I love the word. I love meditation. I am a praying person. You tell me something's wrong, I got you. I have you on my piece of paper every morning, 7 a.m., Monday through Friday. Trust me, I have you on my list. And if your name pops in or your face pops into my mind, I'm calling you out. Just because that's just me. But that's one skill set that I'm really good at. I told you, I'm a master of many, that I'm an expert at. I don't have to be proficient in all. And you don't have to be proficient in all. You just have to give. Because what did it say? It didn't say God or the Holy Spirit wasn't going to bless you. It's always going to happen. You just have to put in a little bit of something. All right, Pastor, you're going to get a t-shirt that says pray and pour. I'm just saying. But let's go back to that. It said that in 2 Kings, as I said, with the story of the old widow and Elijah, the prophet. He was a man of wisdom. He didn't know her from Adam. He didn't care. She came to him with a need. So are you going to God for your need? Are you going to the Christ for your need, saying, "God, I know I have something. I don't know how I'm going to take care of this. Or that bill for today because I know they're ready. I'm a child of the King." And then you're going to do like Walter and Sam, feeling kind of cute. And walk in it. Own it. Believe it. Because it said faith without works is what? So are you walking in dead? Because I know I'm not. What do you want? So then are we becoming what we said we are? The last 3 minutes of the show, and I decided to break the water and just show up. I just wanted the bread. I wanted the bread so much, I said one year, I said, "Mommy, I need to learn how to make this bread. I've watched all my life in that kitchen make this bread. And that thing is good. It's so good that I have to share it with people family, husband, friends, because I can't keep it to myself because I'd just be one roly-poly. But every time they know I'm making it, they're like, so where's mine? And down to my boss, my GM, he's funny because every time, the first time I brought it, I said, hey, I just made this bread. First time ever making it, my mom was on the phone. She's like, oh my God, you're making the same way I did. I said, I was so excited because I finally got something that my mom was making for years. I now decided to become the practicing child, to make it, mold it, put it in the oven, bake it, and when I came out, smelled just like how it would be in my mama's house. And then that first bite, well, I couldn't have the first bite. I think the husband had the first bite, but we'll go over we'll check the tapes after. But what was really funny is that when the bread hit the table, and warm butter, because it's warm, you got the butter melting on it. Take the first bite, you're like, yes, Lord, thank you. What was nice is that when I shared it with others, they're like, can you show me how you made that? Sure. Now, how did I tell you? Some moons ago, my mom did this. Practice perfected it, showed it to me. I've been here now almost 4 years. I've only learned this thing 2 years. But I can't help but to make it every so often that I have to share it with my crew members at work. And to the point that my GM takes it like it's a baby cradled in his hand. He's like, thank you. And he walks out the door. Like he's a proud peacock with this thing in his hand in the bag. And he makes sure everybody's like, yeah, she made me bread today, wood. And he walks around proud. But when he gets it at home, it's gone. Not by him, no. But his son, who's 6'1" and 17 years old, and his nephew, who's about the same age and 6 foot. That bread comes in the house, he's like, I can't hide it nowhere. It is gone in 2.2 seconds between them because their version of slicing bread is this fat. But I digress because I share that with you because that's a skill and a talent that is now blessing here through me, that I'm happy that I've shared this recipe now with 4 other people who said, the way that you made it is the exact way that I made it, and it is perfect. Don't have to change nothing. You don't have to change anything God gave you. You already have it. So I ask you, for inventory's sake, and you could do this at home and you have those quiet moments and say, I didn't like her. She got all up in my craw because she made me have to think about what I have in my wallet, in myself, that I could give. Maybe it's, coloring. You like to color, but show someone else how to color. I loved how I watched growing up, people would sit there and crochet and knit the world. Somebody, I heard over here, so I already know there's somebody else that was with me on that one. Okay, good. I loved it so much because all I wanted to do at one time was make little hats for the NICU at the hospitals. Little babies need a little gift. But it was to keep them warm because I knew that was something that they always needed. And one day, Michaels decided that they were going to have a crocheting seminar for 2 hours, $25. Down here in the exchange would be all of $15. I was like, what? And I finally had the day off to go and do it. Well, you know me, I was like a little happy pig in mud. I got all of my good stuff. I ran to the store, paid for the class, joined the class. There was like 14 people in this corner of a room. And she said, okay, do you have your tools? And I said, no. She said, no, that's why you go to the store. We're inside Michael's, so you're going to buy the stuff in the store. And then go to the counter, say you're in the class, get the discount, sit down at the table. Now, in a room of 14 people, I'm the only left-handed one. And it's okay. Southpaw's rule, that's all I'm going to say. Southpaw's rule. But what was funny is that every time the teacher was there crocheting and showing us how to do it, I'm watching the backhand, and I'm like, oh, that's the left-handed version? Yes! I got so excited. She's like, are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm fine. And I was doing it. She said, you're left-handed. I said, yeah, just don't stop what you're doing because I'm learning. And she realized that I was watching and mirroring it. I made a little scarf. Best thing in sliced bread for 2 hours. I was like, what? Oh yeah, fast forward. I've made baby hats and boots and toys, you know, the little stuffed toys. I've made blankets, and I still got a couple to make. But what was the joy is that this is something that I've watched as an opportunity that others had. And now I taught myself that I could now teach my little cousin, who's a lefty, how to do it too. All I'm saying is, if I could do it, so can you. So how are you showing up to serve in this world today? I'm going back to serving. You notice I didn't change the train. Because it says, as the word serve, it's a verb.
Yeah.
I'm that dictionary kid. I'm going back there again for one more second. To serve, to act as a servant. Now, some people would feel like, oh, we're going back in that. No, it's not a servant of negative. I want you to change that thinking, because it's not about serving negatively. How are you giving to serve God? How are you giving to the Lord that is going to bless somebody else, right? So we're going to serve. It's to wait. Now, when you go to restaurants and stuff moving forward, every time you hear, how can I help you today? I'm so-and-so. I'm your server today. You're going to be like, oh, all right, so what blessing are you giving me? Because you're going to give a blessing back, aren't you? And if you don't, then what happened? Did you block your blessing, or did they block you? I'm reflective moment, not for me. But what was also interesting in it was that it said that to serve as it is a cup, a definitive use, that it's not just a call of duty to serve in a realm or a title or anything of that, because we're here to serve God, to love the Lord with all our heart, all our soul, all our mind. But it is also to serve in a way that we are supposed to be proud, as I heard Pop say earlier, that when you go out there, tell people about Lighthouse. How are you serving this church? By giving in talents in the world. What is your gift? What's your talent? Are you using it for the church? Are you using it only just in the community because work says clock in at 9, clock out at 5, or whatever it is? And if you're in that special adult where we're in retirement, but it's not really retirement, you just changed jobs. You just a full-time entertainer at home. I can't say you're retired, because I had a family member say, oh, I can't wait to retire because I don't want to be busy. Well, they're more busy now than they were when they were working. I said, so are you busy? Yeah, I'm not going to say the word busy no more, and I'm not going to say retire. I said, oh, okay, good. Because they're always on the go. But what was interesting, while we look at the word serve, it says to act, to be in a display in a manner that which is pleasing, not just to self, but to God.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, in this moment, how are you going to serve today? You want something else for you? I'm going to give you this last one. It was a quote by Leo Buscaglia. I know that was a whole name when I was trying to remember it. But it says, your talent is God's gift to you. What you do with it is your gift back to God. It's your gift to give back to God. So I'm going to wrap it up. But I'm going to ask that you take a little inventory, a little time. How are you sharing your gift with the world? I know growing up, many might have sat with grandpops or grandma breaking, peas on the stoop or something like that. And they'd be talking those stories, and you're sitting there going, why, oh Lord, why me? Because, you see, I saw somebody over here rolling their eyes like, oh my God, my memories, I'm having a flashback, PTSD. No, it's a good thing. Because they were pouring into you that prayer, that you would take that lesson and pay it forward. Because now when you got good and grown, feeling kind of cute, you were like, oh my God, I remember what they said. Oh, I'm my mom's edition. I could say I'm my mom's edition, because every so often I'm like, oh Lord, I am my mother's child. With my father's attitude. Because my father was a little firecracker. And every time he got mad, we knew, run. But it wasn't running from him, it was running because it was time to move, because we had something to do. So now I'm telling you, time to do something.
Yeah.
What skills and talents, or take inventory. What am I so good at? Or if you have many skills, make that list. You never know when you're going to be called to show up and serve. Right? So at the end of this, as I started the question, how will you serve today? How may I help serve you today? To God be the glory. Have a good one, y'all.
Come on, y'all can do better than that. You know what I really like about what she did? Did she ever holler at you all? She stayed and put it perfectly. She stayed what? Calm the whole way. It was you that was getting kind of upset. She put it right back on you. So to God be the glory. I want to say this, and I mean this from my heart. This will not be your last time.
Yes, sir. Not.
No, yeah. I grew up with some of those key words that said, your gifts will make room for you, in my heart anyway. Now, John, me and you all right, because I knew John first. I knew John first through the rivers, and John, we want to say good choice. Very, very good choice. And to you, thank God for you, for being you. I'm a connoisseur of good preaching. And sometimes my daughter Jasmine, we talk about different styles, and your style is unique to you. See, you don't have to be Juanita Bynum. You